Hello, I'm Aisha. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I am super excited because we have the Hurom 320 model and we're going to compare it today against the Nama. Now, any of you guys who have been watching me know that I'm a Nama girly, okay? I stand by her. I've had her about a year now, and the quality of juice is just top tier, right? So I'm really curious to see how this model stands up to the Nama, especially because this is considered another premium juicer that is on the market right now. We're gonna start by breaking down some of the facts of each juicer. We're gonna show the components, we're gonna juice, we're going to show the difference between the pulp, and then finally we're gonna have a taste test towards the end of the video. All right, so let's just dive right in. All right, so let's start with some of the specifications and the warranty. So the warranty for the Nama is 15 years and it includes the motor and all of its parts. So I absolutely love the warranty on this. This is absolutely amazing. For the Hurom, it has a 10-year warranty on the motor part of this juicer. However, the parts are only covered under a 2-year warranty. So there is a little difference there, definitely something to keep in mind. Both of these juicers share the same speed of 50 rotations per minute. Both of the material is BPA-free plastic. However, the motor power is different between these two juicers. The Nama has a 200-watt motor power versus the Hurom, which has a 150-watt motor power. So this one is a little bit more powerful. We'll see if there's a difference once we're actually juicing things like leafy greens, ginger, apple, etc. So the hopper sizes is different as well. This one is 3.5 inches, whereas the Hurom is 4.5 inches. So it is a larger hopper, which I can see visibly. So this one should be able to handle much more produce. However, the Nama does offer a larger hopper, but you do gotta pay more money for it. Wanted to put that out there that this one automatically comes with a larger hopper, so something to keep in mind if you want to batch juice more or need a bigger hopper and don't want to pay the additional price for it. But let's not jump too far ahead because let's actually talk about pricing, right? The Nama is, as most people know, $550 currently, and the Hurom H320 is currently $599. So right now this one is a bit more expensive than the Nama, but there's always sales and stuff going on. So right now, as I'm recording this video, it is the 4th of July. So there's a sale going on for the Hurom right now using discount code SUMMER24, which takes $100 off a juicer if you're spending over $399. So if you get it from now or when you see this video up until the July 14th, I believe, then this will be $100 off, making it $499. So if you're seeing this video after the fact, definitely subscribe. I will be posting in my community section if I see any discounts happening for these premium juicers so that you guys can stay on top of it and hopefully get it for a lesser price, because these are these are kind of expensive. I'll also have a link to both of these juicers in my description below, okay? And before I move on, I forgot to mention weights. So the Nama is 13.2 pounds. However, the Hurom is heavier. When I was taking out the box, I'm like, this is a workout. So this is about 15.4 pounds. That is something to consider. If weight matters, the Nama weighs less than the Hurom H320. So let's do a quick sound check. We're gonna start by running the Nama so you can kind of hear the sound of the Nama compared to the Hurom. Okay. All right, so that was the Nama. Now let's try the Hurom. Very interesting. Okay, so this one is pretty quiet. I can say that the Nama was louder than the Hurom. So that is really interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead and break down some of these parts. Now, I must say that they're very similar when it comes to the parts. It's almost no difference. The build is the exact same. It's just the parts look a little different, right? Or the parts are a different size, like the hopper for the Hurom is bigger than the hopper for the Nama, for example. So let's just assemble it, and I'll show you each part in comparison one by one. So let's start with the easy ones, the Pulp catchers. They look the exact same, literally no different at all, actually. So that's that. The juice catchers also look the exact same. I genuinely, yep, there's absolutely no difference. So let's look at the chambers, because those will be the first thing that goes on. I really gotta contact Nama because I've been using this boy, so I got pieces missing and stuff. But this is the chamber for the Nama. This would normally have a top here. And then there's usually a piece that folds down that will let the pulp out from the bottom. You could just easily wipe it through. Very easy to use. And this is the Hurom, so it's a little different. Well, let me get ahead of it. So this is what the two look like. Okay. This one has a handle on it, which is really nice. This one does not. I'm gonna set this down to show what I was referencing in terms of this piece here. You can bring it down and then open and just pull out all of the excess pulp here. So this is really nice. They're both very similar in that aspect. The only difference is this one has a handle and it's a little heavier. So after we put in the chambers, we will put in the spinning brush as well as the strainer. So I'm gonna go ahead and snap this in. Mind you, this is the Hurom. It's exactly the same as the Nama. I barely tell the difference, honestly. And they both have the spinning brush as well, so that once it's spinning inside of the chamber, it's able to move the juice around. So there's no difference there at all. All right, so let's go ahead and put them in. They both also have pieces to where you know exactly how to position it inside of the juicer. So there's like a wider, I don't know what to call this, a wider piece here and a smaller piece here that slides right into the chamber. Let's go ahead and add the augers. Again, they look the exact same. So this is gonna be an easy video. Look at this, look, it's the same, except for, of course, the Hurom looks slightly bigger. And I mean literally very, very slightly. So as you can see, they both look the same. They both weigh the same, essentially. And then you have the bottom piece here. So let's go ahead and put them in. So for the Nama here, we just simply lock that on. This is what the hopper looks like on the inside. For this hopper, just want to show you guys the inside. Again, it has a similar build as the Nama, having this piece inside that helps crush the fruits and veggies. Same as the Nama, you just put this on, and like that, you have the hopper. All right, so that's what these are. Very similar in design. There we have it. So those are the parts. Each of them also come with a brush for cleaning as well as the as well. And again, they look the same. You're not missing out on anything. They look the same. So I think that covers the parts. Let's get to juice. In the juice comparison today, we're going to have a few leafy greens. We have apples, we have ginger, and we have lemon. So some of the greens that we have is curly parsley. It smells delicious, by the way. We have cilantro, and then we have mints. My intent was to make a lemon blast, but we're going to do something that's kind of similar to it, not exactly that in this video. We'll make the lemon blast in another video. The goal is to see how these two juicers react when having all these leafy greens, the apples, the hard ginger. Do we end up getting more clumps in one versus the other? Let's find out. So we're going to start by loading up with some of the greens. We're going to split it 50-50. And since greens usually need something to go on top of it to help push it through the juicer, we're going to add apple on top of the greens. Let's start with the curly parsley because it's cute. Look how cute this is. It reminds me of a woman's afro, which is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So let's try to get all of it and then literally split it in half. And this time around, I decided to wash my greens in water, fresh squeezed lime, and Himalayan pink salt. Of course, using spring water to clean it as well, and I really like the result. I've been trying to test different ways to clean my produce to see what really works. So I've tried things like baking soda, apple cider vinegar. If you guys know any best practices of how to cleanse your greens and your produce, please let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate it because I'm not sure what is the best option, but I do want to make sure that it's the healthiest option for me and getting rid of all of the things that isn't supposed to be in my produce, okay? Okay, so that's about 50-50 for the curly parsley. We're going to put that in here. Push this down. Ooh, it's a lot. Let's see how they handle these greens. Okay, we're going to put this in here. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of cilantro, and then we're going to put 2 apples on top. Okay, cilantro here, the apple. We'll add 2. I think that will help push it down a bit, and then we'll add the same 2 over here. Okay, so let's just get started. Let's see how it handles something as simple as greens and 2 apples each. Very simple. All right. We did see that the Nama finished it faster. I'm assuming it has something to do with the faster motor as well, or the higher powered motor. It was able to really crush those things up pretty quickly, and the pulp looks extremely dry. It looks like we may have a little bit more juice over there as well. Okay, oh, the pulp is really dry here too. That's really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more greens. We're gonna add some apple. We're gonna go ahead and toss in the ginger as well for both, and then the lemon. I'm gonna add a bit more ginger this time around, so I tried to make sure they're 50-50 as much as possible. So these are the 2 big chunks. I wanna say they're about 2 inches each. And I also wanted to add 1 more inch, so we could have 3 inches of ginger per juice. Let's just go ahead and toss in the lemon at this point. We'll do the same for the Nama. And I'm going to put 2 apples, 2 additional apples each. So we're going to start with that, and then we'll add 1 more if need be. So I can say, initially, this seems to struggle a little bit more, the Hurom, when it comes to crushing the apples and stuff down in the hopper. This one does it pretty quickly, and I think that's why it juices it a little faster. Again, it could be attributed to the faster motor, but this is considered a slow juicer. It's even sold as Hurom H320 slow juicer. So maybe that's the point. It's supposed to be a little slow. But I can say the juice quality that comes out looks really good. So I'm excited to see, taste the difference. All right. And here are the juices. They look like they yielded roughly the same amount of juice. I'm going to stir it up a little bit because so this is the difference. It does look like the Nama yielded a little bit more, but I'm not going to really use that as a determining factor because it could simply be that one had a bigger apple or one had a larger lime. So I'm not going to necessarily look at the height or difference of that. But in terms of the actual juice, they look relatively the same. I can say that the output is very, very identical. I could tell that there probably won't be much of a difference in terms of the taste, in terms of the texture, in terms of the pulp freeness of each juice. So this is really exciting to see. So while we're up close and personal, let's go ahead and check the pulp between the two. So we'll start with the Hurom. Oh, that looks really good. Very, very dry. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is extremely dry. Let's try to bring it closer so you guys can see. Look at that. It's got all those juices out. Yeah, that's really, really good. That's what you want to see. So let's go ahead and try the Nama. Very nice. So it looks like the Nama is roughly the same in terms of coarseness. Let's give it a little close up. Okay. So as we can see here, it's also very, very dry. If anything, this is probably a little bit more moist than the Hurom. The Hurom really dried it out. This one is dry, but I still feel a little moistness in comparison to the Hurom, of course. Okay. All right, so that's good. Let's go ahead and move to the drink test. Start with the Nama. And then we'll pour the Hurom. Okay, so the moment of truth, the taste test. With these comparison videos, I like to start with the Nama because, again, this is what I'm used to. I can kind of get and understand the baseline, and then be able to properly compare the Hurom to what I'm already used to. So let's start with the Nama. Very nice. Smooth as usual. Definitely taste the ginger in that with the lime or the lemon. Oh, it's really good though. That's really good. Okay, but one thing I'm checking for is the pulp freeness of the juice. Is it very smooth? The Nama never disappoints, so this is really good. No pulp, despite the leafy greens. I'm expecting to get like chunks of leaves. I'm not getting any of that with the Nama. This is good. That's pretty good. So now let's see if the Hurom is able to match up with the Nama. Hold on. That was pretty good. I didn't expect it to be so smooth. I can say I am getting a little bit of green. How do I explain it? The like green fibrous from the leaves. I am getting a little bit of that. But it's really smooth. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. The taste is really good too. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I would have gave that a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the fibrous leafy parts. Or maybe it's from the apple. No, this looks like it's from the leaves. There's still some very small strands of like leafy strands. That's the best way I can explain it. That's in the juice, but since it is so small, it's barely noticeable. Because as I'm drinking, it still seems very smooth in comparison. Hold on, this is the first time I had to go double check the Nama. Wait a minute, hold on. The Nama's still good though, I can't lie. That's still really good. There's a smoothness that I can't quite explain. I'm trying my best to. There's a smoothness of this juice that's different from this juice. Okay, so let me just try to explain it the best that I can. So I'm gonna be here all day. So the Nama has a really juicy taste to it, right? But for the first time, I think I'm experiencing the opposite, to where this one is a little bit more lighter than this one. And what I mean by lighter is that it's less dense. Like, I feel like this one may have more vitamins and nutrients still maintaining in the juice over the Nama. The smoothness I keep talking about is that it doesn't feel as watered down. That's the best way I can kind of break it down. It doesn't feel as watered down as like the Nama, and that's crazy to say. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's just break it down, right? Who's better, the Nama, the Hurom? Some of the things that I'm weighing in is the warranty, the weights, the speed at which it produces juice, and the quality of juice it produces. So if I'm looking at those four main things, I will still say, in my opinion, I would still prefer the Nama. However, the Hurom is really, like, the quality of juice, like, I understand it's a slower juicer, and that's probably why it was able to maintain most of the nutrients. So it definitely has that going for it, but I'm still going to choose the Nama. So I'll definitely be using the Hurom a bit more in my juicing videos, so stick around if you want to see that. I want to see if there's certain things that I actually prefer to use the Hurom for over the Nama, right? So I'm really shocked, y'all. I genuinely didn't expect that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share the love. I would truly appreciate it. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. From what you're seeing, what do you think is the best juicer? Have you tried these before? What was your experience? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you all in the next videos. All right, peace and love.